fire cannot burn. www.saintricketts.com or debut self-titled album Saint Ricketts. For 8 years it's been the jam, and why not? Great number. Thank you, fellas. Let's bring me on the camera and say good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, where am I at here? There we go. Tuesday night, we are 100% live. Freedom King Films in the house. A big yo to you as well. We are 100% live. This is the You Show. You. No yo's, no background tonight. We failed miserably tonight. Normally, Jewel Tatey back with us Tuesday nights. Jewel had a little bit of a family emergency to attend to. Thoughts and prayers for Jewel. We, of course, miss you. So, my guy, Jewel's out. Not a problem. People also come for Tori Jade. So, we hit up Tori Jade. And she's traveling. So, no Tori Jade. No problem. Jocelyn Rogowski. Let's hit her up. Nah, Jocelyn Rogowski was MIA as well today. So sorry, Jeff. Let's dig. And we're getting ready to do, we're ready to get Angela. Now remember, Angela plays pool on Tuesdays. So I struck out. So I could try to get somebody new with no time to prep, but nah, we will not do that. Our guest tonight, coming up around 8:30, the brand new book is entitled You Don't Know Dick. That's right. I don't know. We're going to talk about her time spent working in a sperm bank. But now she's a great writer, author, actress. She's out to dinner. Thank you. She's a lot of great stuff. She's very talented. Brought those from the good people at Cats PR. Coming up around 8:30 tonight, it's Miss Kristina Denton. And I'm pretty excited, I got to tell you. I am thrilled to talk about the book. I am excited for her movies and who she has been working with and a lot of great stuff. Never a bad time with a client of Cats PR. So tonight, Kristina Denton around 8:30. We're also going to do another thing. We got a lot of music coming out. Or coming up this weekend. You know I love music. I love local music. Love going out and see the bands. Had a rough time getting to see anybody last weekend. But I'll put these pictures up now. We'll put them up later. A couple of big ones. Did I get them up there? Yes, I did. Or didn't I? Yeah, I suck at this. Oh, okay. So this one's hard to see. So we'll blow me up real quick. September 20th, the Funhouse 5-hour cover. Our good friends at Lady White Rat and the awesome Red Meat Conspiracy. That's Saturday night, the 20th. We have more. Am I done? No, I am not. Because we also have another banner I didn't get in. And there it is. Oh, I got to blow it up again. During the day, it's Sweeney's with MMR Local Shots Artist of the Month last month up 24. As well as Del Cobra's, Enigma, Whirlpool, Capri, and more. So that's Saturday afternoon. Saturday night is the other one. Also Saturday night, our good friends from Bryn Athen do their monthly at Sweeney's. And I tell you, an incredible mix of original and cover tunes. You're going to check them out as well. So Kristina Denton is here around 8:30. What I promised I would do is play some songs from some of the bands that we love that are going to be out this weekend. But of course, before that, some news, some good, some sad. Rest in peace to a legendary Hollywood actor, Mr. Robert Redford. Long time in Hollywood film industry, and people, and we don't really do this, people were quick to point out his views and what he said about this and that politician. We don't do that. We don't care. Robert Redford, terrific actor, rest in peace. Sad news today that came out. There was a joke in there. Shout out to my good friends up in Staten Island. If you check this out, live or recorded, you know the joke. But Robert Redford passed today. How about those Philadelphia Eagles? We once again beat those Kansas City Chiefs twice in a row now. Last 2 times we played them. And a lot of nonsense going on about the tush push. And it's not fair. It should be made illegal. And it's like giving them, what did Tom Brady say? Oh, 1st and 9 every down. Hey, it's 2025 NFL. You want to stop it? Stop it. You don't want it? You don't want them to use it? Don't let them get all the way down to the 1-yard line. Play some D. Shut it down. Get tougher. Go Birds indeed, Ivy Faulkner. Tons of love. So happy to see you back with us. Got to see her a couple weeks ago at the Broken Goblet. Cassie is guest earlier said Cassie is out and about as well. All good. But yeah, man, like Go Birds, like Ivy said, is 100% right. You know, it's going to be like they're all against us. And like we said a couple years back, no one likes us. We don't care. We don't. All right. We took care of Dallas. We took care of Kansas City. You know, both of them. 2-0, and another big one this weekend against the Rams. Those stinking Rams that I can't stand, who came in here so arrogant during the playoffs last year, only to get bounced. Yeah, I'm fired up again for this week. Eagles, Rams. If you go to my page, of course, see the flick. I flicked the opposing helmet, and the Chiefs went flying. Maybe we'll show that tomorrow night. Kinsey King in the house. You need a favor. Your wife can't back out of trying out for Kinsey. She won't, and she's getting better. Like what I heard last night, some good bass action. She'll try out. I'll try out too. I'm going to play the beer can. Fabulous. Fabulous. Yeah, Kristina Denton here around 8:30. Fantasy football wise, 2-2 this week. And my DraftKings, I lost by 1 catch. So, yeah. Yeah. So. My one team is in first place, 2-0. The other team is 1-1. Got another team that's 0-2. And then I got a team that is also 1-1. Yeah, man, I'm playing a beer can. And then we're empty. There you go. A little less in it. The beer can. Enter into a song. Gotta get my teeth done soon. Finally heard back from the dentist today. They're like, oh, well, we didn't get the results back yet from your cardiologist. Okay, I'll tell you what. Wait till all my teeth fall out of my fucking mouth. Right? Oh, I'm sorry. You're not allowed to curse. Anyway, the tush push ain't going nowhere again this year. It's not a dangerous play. Just got to know how to stop it. Checking in, Jeff, our good friends from Up 24. And like I said, do not forget this weekend. I know the banner sucks, but this weekend, get yourself Saturday afternoon to Sweeney's. Up 24 is the most recent 93.3 WMMR Philadelphia Local Shots Artist of the Month. They are sensational. They were on our 8-year show. They're an awesome bunch of dudes. And since I promised tonight we're going to play some songs from some bands performing this weekend, how about one from Up 24? I think everybody's all right with that, right? Let's turn that off. We got a comment. Up! We got our spam of the week before we do Up 24. Our spam of the week is here. I really enjoyed the bit I watched. Super cool. You're doing great. And I'd love to share some tips on growing your channel. Feel free to add me on Discord. Hop_5K. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your spam of the week. And now, as we take down the Eagles, we're going to start playing some tunes. Or at least we're going to get a tune in now from a band performing this weekend, Sweeney's Saturday afternoon. It is Up 24. And yeah, I know you expect my usual. Now we're going to play that later because they got a brand new one out as well that I think you people absolutely deserve to hear. You're Gone is the jam. It's brand new from our dudes from Up 24 playing Saturday afternoon, Northeast Philadelphia Sweeney's. Come on down, check it out. The Yo Show will be in the house. Eleanor Brokers bring us another great program. Here is the dudes, Ryan, Jason, Mike, Up 24. About 4.5 minutes. We'll be back in a few minutes. You're watching the Yo Show live Tuesday night. Jeff Solo like Han and drinking like Lincoln. We'll be back. Yo, yo.
Why don't you come with me to a place your mind is free? It won't take very long for your mind to wander. it's too late. You're gone. Wish you had listened. You're gone. Never see you again. You're gone. Now I'll be wishing you're gone to see you again, my friend. Wish you had listened. You're gone. Never see you again. You're gone. Now I'll be wishing you're gone to see you again, my friend.
Oh, excuse me. All you have to do is get in your car and drive down to Northeast Philadelphia this Saturday afternoon. Sweeney's, starting at 1 o'clock. You can catch the amazing Up 24 in the house. I'll tell you who said that. This is Ryan. Ryan, my man, the awesome drummer Ryan in the house. Mike, of course, and Jason. Really like this one. Ivy, if you get a chance, I know it's hard for you to get out. Come on down Saturday afternoon to Sweeney's. You can catch this band Up 24, as well as our good friends from the Del Cobras and a lot more people. The banner, one more time. Let's throw it up there. This is the one. Yep. Let's blow it up for us people that can't see crap. Up 24, Capri. There's an Elvis impersonator band, Whirlpool, Del Cobras, and Enigma. Our good friends from Enigma as well in the house. It's going to be a great one. That is Saturday afternoon. Come on out. Check out WMMR's Local Shots Artist of the Month for the month of August. Up 24. They didn't do one for September, which was Back to School A to Z. And I'm not here to tell MMR how to run nothing, but that was terrible. I am not a fan of the Back to School A to Z. It's just me. It happens. I'm entitled. I'm not entitled, but I'm entitled. Speaking of non-entitlement, but things that I'm things that I'm grateful for, and massive shout out to our dudes from Union 251. My man Ron Autry and the dudes sent me this awesome Union 251 T-shirt, blue collar beatdown. In the end, we are the plague. Wow, deep, man. Awesome metal band, Union 251 out of Alabama. My wife said, got some package from Alabama. Sure did. Got some Union 251 gear, T-shirt, awesome sticker, and a authentic Braves stadium. I know we're Phillies fans here, but from Braves Stadium, this awesome Andrew Jones bobblehead. Let's bust it out. Trust me, I love my Phillies. But Ron said, you know, dude, with all them bobbleheads and Funko Pops, so you're down for one more. Why not? It's pretty cool because I love stuff like this. And this was the stadium one presented by Napa some years ago with Andrew Jones. Very cool. 10 gold gloves, 5 All-Star selections, Braves Hall of Fame, 2005. Louisville Silver Slugger, 2005 MVP runner-up. Wow, look at that. Pretty sweet. Thanks, dude. And I'll have you know that Ron said, it looks good on you, bro. Thanks, bro. I feel proud wearing it. I'm a big fan. Love Union 251. If you're out there watching live or recording and you're a fan of metal, check out these dudes, Union 251. And because their songs, yeah, they slash and they're hard. But, man, you find yourself also doing a little moving to them. Telling you. Love it. Union 251. My tongue tonight, Ron. Thanks for being in the house, dude. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, we did mention it earlier. Robert Redford, of course, rest in peace. Very sad news to hear. And as I get a little older, I get sadder to see some of the names that I grew up with passing on. So that's why we talk about, and I'm not the preacher of that, but when we talk about being better people, tomorrow starts your new day, man. Go out and do it. Go out and make a difference. Go out and make somebody's life special because, we're only here for a short time in the grand scheme of things. So come out to Sweeney's, come out to the Fun House, see some bands Saturday, watch the Yo Show Tuesdays and Wednesday nights, hang out with your friends, hang out with these bands, hang out with people. Do it. Do it. That's it. Just freaking do it. D20 King in the house for the Yo. Yo, it is up as well. Yeah, we're not even going to those other topics. We're here to have fun. We come to this place to have some freaking fun. I'm going to show you how much fun we're going to have. We're going to play another tune. Who's up for more music? These dudes will be playing Sweeney's Saturday night as one of their regular Saturday night events once a month. And the night is always a sensational time. Great crowd gets packed down there at Sweeney's. And this is them. Bryn Athen is the band. Better Days is the jam, one of the greatest songs out there. I love this song. Like I said, Sweeney's this Saturday night, usually from 9 to 1. It's Bryn Athen. You can check out these guys. Support local music. They do a great set filled with originals and covers. Well worth it. Well worth the evening. Check them out. Bryn Athen, Better Days off the Hoffman Road album. This is the Yo Show. Jeff the Shark Bruni. We'll be back in about 4 minutes and 20 seconds. How ironic. Enjoy. Better Days, Bryn Athens. You can see them this Saturday night, Northeast Philadelphia at Sweeney's playing the evening. That's their hit, Better Days. They do a mix of covers and originals. Great night. Well, we have a few minutes, as you see the logo, the banner. Beer of the week. Let's do it. I wasn't going to do it. I realized I still have some sitting here I've never touched. And I got this one from Ghost Hawk Brewing Company. And it's called Rob's Wings. It's a West Coast IPA. And the reason why I grabbed this one, I noticed that there's a wonderful tribute they do in memory of Rob McDonald, who I assume is this guy here. It says an annual charity collaboration with Tanker Runner 77. I can't read that. My eyes are so bad. Melissa's Wings, melissaswings.com. So I'm like, wow, this is like a charity beer. Kind of like last week when we did the MMR and their Stomp Out for Hunger. So I'm like, yeah, let's definitely do it. I've had one before from Great Hawk. This is an IPA. So I kind of know what we're getting into, but that's okay. We're going to do this here. This is Rob's Wings from Great Hawk Brewing Company, our beer of the week. Remember, it's got to be new to us, maybe new to everybody, something we try for the first time, gut reaction right here. That's why we go live. Okay. All right. All right. A classic style IPA. If you're looking for a good West Coast with a little bite, some good hops, this is it. This is a real good one. Great Hawk Brewing Company, Rob's Wings. I like it. Of course, the in memory of Rob McDonald. Again, it's Melissa, MELESA '(S) Wings, melissaswings.com to learn more about this great charity and Great Hawk Brewing Company. Pretty decent beer. If you're, like I said, if you're an IPA guy, right on point. Out of 10, we deliver in about we're going to go 3.7. 3.7. But trust me, if you're an IPA guy, it's right where it's got to be. That's our beer of the week. Stretch the tongue out. It's Tuesday night. I get nervous. I think it's so cool. Once again, a massive thanks. I see Ron Autry, of course, has been in the audience, and my man Dale Irwin. Two awesome rock stars, metal stars from the band Union 251 out of Alabama. And I give a big shout out and big thanks to my dude, Zach Wolf, who sends a lot of these bands this way. He's a major metal fan. He likes to promote, and he likes to link people and share people. And one of the first ones was Union 251. And I said, all right, you know what? Let's change it around. On Wednesday night, we'll do a lot more metal. Not full metal. Like, we got some coming up that aren't metal, but a lot of metal. This way the metal fans have a site. Because you always see people asking, like, where's a good metal podcast at? So we got to bring something to everybody. We love our rock. We love our pop. We love our actors and actresses. We love all that stuff. But we love this too. And that's really cool. We love doing it Wednesday nights. Vin joins us, and sometimes we get Jocelyn and, guest co-host, whoever wants to come on out and party. Local Philly band Shout of Southern is currently in San Francisco waiting for Eli Young Band to film it. That's cool. No way out to Cali. I love that. I see bands do that locally here, and it's a great thing. And I know Shot of Southern and Triple Rail Turn are some of your favorites. And why not? Great bands, great entertainers. Like I said, man, you can be into all kind of music and get great entertainment, great nights, big crowds, fun crowds, no matter what you're into. If you're into metal, if you're into rock, if you're into pop, if you're into country, whatever you're in, man, go out, hang out, spend $10. Meet some bands, meet some people. Buy the merch. Get the merch. All about merch. Don't make me scream merch. Because I'll sit here and do it until Kristina Denton gets scared off and doesn't come on. She's expected any moment, Kristina Denton. Hopefully. If I watch me, I would definitely go the other way. But yeah, man, come out, support, have a good time. You're going to do like the same thing you're going to do in most places. You're going to sit, have some beers, have some laughs with your friends, and normally, turn on a jukebox. Well, here, instead of a jukebox, you got a band on stage playing. You can get all kind of music, and you can get cover songs, and you can get originals. You can get anything you want. Let's make sure there are no notations here. Expecting Kristina at 8:30, so we got another minute. Stuck with me for another minute. See what happens when Jules not here? Killer, isn't it? You get stuck with me the entire time. All right, she is backstage, and I'm pretty excited because there's so much good stuff to talk about. Like I said, usually when you get Melanie and the Cat's Firm, anytime they give us somebody, it's usually pretty great. Melanie always says, I think you're going to like this one. I think we're all going to like this one, whether you watch live or recorded. She is an author and a writer and an actress, and that big smile, she looks like just one amazing human being. Let's get her out on the show. Let's give a big welcome to Miss Kristina Denton in the house. Good evening.
Hello, Jeff. How are you? Oh, are you copying for me? No.
Yeah, we are. We
love it.
absolutely. I know I
I
am.
love it.
I got to tell you, I love when Melanie comes out. She's like, I got somebody you're going to love, because I go right to
Yeah.
it. And, you know, Kristina, from the first second, I love it. I love everything about it. I love what you do. You're always, you're a go-getter, a creator. I love it.
It's like you can't, sometimes you just can't deny who you are, and it doesn't matter how long it takes to be quote unquote successful. It's just who you are, and you just got to keep doing it, and persistence sometimes pays off. So here we are.
I like that. And, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes people say to me, like, oh, you got to be more persistent. I feel like kind of shove it down people's throat, but
Yeah.
I get it. But there's also, and I guess I'm going to get to this out of nowhere, where you separate a job from a love. Like, you like to write, you like to
Mhm.
create, and sometimes you're like, okay, it's a job now. That's where I'm afraid to be out there. Are you afraid to be there?
I hear you, and I think what happens, I've been in some situations where it does feel like work, and I think it's it depends on the environment, it depends on the people that you're working with, because let's face it, what I do is a very collaborative art form,
Yes.
and forgive my dog,
Love it.
I knew this was gonna happen. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna be
Mine hate coming
silent.
on. Every guest that gets a dog or a cat, mine hate coming on. They're hiding
Yeah.
upstairs. They hate it.
I'm like, can we pick a quiet toy? Yeah, I'll get this one away from him. You know what time of night it is? It's party time for the dogs,
Oh,
right?
exactly.
They're like kids. It's like, let's party before dinner and
Right.
before bed. And anyway, sorry about that. But yes, so I'm also a dog mom.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think it depends on who you're working with. But there are times where you're right. It feels like work, and I think you have to say to yourself, is it worth it feeling like work in order to keep doing, because I think we fall in love with what we do, and then when we're in the thick of just the stress of it, is it going to happen? We forget that part, and then there's a cycle with movie making that I've been through every time. It's like when you're on set and everything's falling apart, you're losing locations, and you don't know where you're going to get the money from to finish the project, and then it all goes crazy. But then you finish it, and you show the work, and then it's like you forget completely the craziness from set, and then you want to do it all over again. And I'm like, we all have something very wrong with us, that this is our cycle that we're sort of addicted to. So my director Ryan Curtis, that I just worked with on Hollywood Grid, said this to
Yes.
me. He's like, I don't know, man. I think the writing part's my favorite part. I don't know if I want to do the rest of it anymore. And we're already talking about the next movie. And I said, do you remember a few months ago when you told me that? Hold on, I'm going to close him out of here. And he said, he's like, yeah, I do. But, we forget, because it's part of the cycle. I'm so sorry. He's usually very good on these things. I don't have help today. So
I love it. I'm perfectly
close
okay.
him
with it.
out. Here, buddy. You're going to come up here.
We're real like that.
Here, sweetheart. You wait. He'll be okay. Okay, he'll be quiet now. There we go.
Now, not that I'm a dog expert or dog whisperer, but within 2 minutes, there'll be scratches at that door and bark.
You know what? We'll see. He's actually never done that. Not yet, but he's only 8 months old. Give it time. He's in his full adolescent stage.
Yeah,
So
but this is the Yo Show. You know what I mean?
I know.
This isn't just any place. It's big time here, and he wants to see it.
that's right. Yeah, I
see
know.
mommy
That's
on
true.
camera.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
And and I like to go to shows, and I like to watch, and everyone's like, oh, film.
Yeah.
Bring a cordless mic and interview right off stage. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool, and I've
Yeah.
done that before. But I kind of like being a
Yeah.
fan, and
Yeah.
then making a work out of it.
Yeah.
Speaking of making work out of it, and I don't want to bounce all around because you mentioned your great movie Hollywood Grit, which we'll talk about shortly. But I want to talk about this awesome book you got coming up. And the title alone, everyone's like, I want to guest co-host tonight. And I couldn't get somebody in time, but everybody. So the name of it is You Don't Know Dick.
Yeah, you said it exactly right. That's it.
Thank you. Because I know every Tuesday and Wednesday, my audience knows I don't know dick.
That's
But-
right. There you go. Yeah, yeah.
So this is wild to me because it's your adventures of working in a sperm bank.
No, well, no. But it is a year that I spent working at a clinic that specialized in erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, okay, that was. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I
Yes,
crossed
yes.
it up to try and go quick. Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of crossover there. But yeah, this is, men would come and see us who were, struggling to maintain, get whatever erections in their life. This is something that's going to happen to everybody, at some point. And so, I was the only technician for that
Wow.
year
The
who
only
used
one.
a gun to apply to men's penises and try to
Insane.
shock them back to life. Literally, it's
Wow,
called
really?
shockwave therapy. Yes. Yes, I know it sounds like horrible to think about. It's terrible. You don't want to
Wow.
put shock and penis in the same sentence at all, but it does work. I know. It uses sound wave technology. So there's this piston inside this sort of cylinder that snaps the tissue really aggressively, and it causes this micro trauma. And the micro trauma is supposed to trigger the body's own healing system to come in
Wow.
and kind of clean up. It's sort of like clearing debris out of out of the blood vessels that help service blood flow to the penis so that they can once again get an erection. So yeah, it's like a great alternative to people who are taking pills and doing injections and all these other things that can cause side effects and all these other problems. And so it was this non-invasive treatment that came out a few years back, and people had seen a lot of success with it, and we were one of the first clinics to have it in LA, and it was a very big industry, big booming business that we started there. So
Sure.
yeah, it changed my life for sure.
I'm learning a lot as well. And
Yeah.
I don't want to keep dwelling because you got some great movie credits too. But so
Yeah.
how often would somebody have to get this treatment?
So I would see most of them were all coming in for 6 treatments. So I was working with them for almost an hour over 6 sessions. So you can imagine how well I got to know each of these men, right? Can you imagine a more vulnerable, because maybe one more level of vulnerability is like what do they call proctologist? But for me as a woman, standing there over these men who were pantsless and looking at me like, you're not treating me today. I'm like, sorry, this is my day job. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, so it was extremely intimate, extremely vulnerable, and I certainly going into the job, it was my comedy writer brain was like, wait a second,
Right.
I'm gonna be a dick fixer. This is hilarious. Like, please,
That should be the sequel already.
I mean, it was writing itself, right? The comedy version of it was writing itself. I was like, I'm writing a pilot about this. This is going to be a
My
TV
God.
show. This is hilarious. And then as I got into the job more and I started really hearing all of these different stories from men and about their sexual dysfunction and how it was causing problems in their marriages and their, they had widows. And I mean, it was just, my heart started just breaking. And I was like, hold on. This is not something to mock. This is not, yes, the gimmick is kind of what pulls people in. But when you really sort of pull the veil back, you're like, I'm learning more about men than I would have ever learned otherwise. And I felt this call to sort of talk about it. I'm like, there is a side of men that is so beautiful and rich with emotion and depth that they're not allowed to show in society. And I felt like, wait, that might be this like secret that unlocks this gap between toxic masculinity and toxic femininity, right? And so that's why I just kept feeling called to write this in a longer format than just a pilot. So obviously a TV show would be my fantasy for this project, but the book needed to really spell out everything that I learned, because it changed my relationship to men. Ultimately, it helped me heal my relationship with my father, who had passed away at the beginning of of me taking on this job. So that whole year, I'm working on penises and I'm grieving this complicated father that I had and I had a rough relationship with, who didn't make me feel like men were very safe. And now I'm seeing this other side. And so ultimately, learning that men had this side to them made me feel much more compassion for my father and helped me forgive him. So it's a big story. There's a lot of layers
Yeah.
to it. So it's kind of, lives at this intersection between humor and heartbreak. I try to really blend both of them together because I don't want people to just pick this book up because they want to like read about all the dicks that I treated. Because of course I talk about that, but I want them to sort of take away that, if they relate to daddy daughter issues, if they relate to feeling unsafe with men, if they, men that just want to feel more seen, then this is a great. It's really male shame from a female lens is my story. So I think there's something in there for everybody for sure.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty wild. And
Yeah.
the under slogan should be "You come for the dick, you stay for the erection."
There it
Fantastic.
is.
There
There it
it
is.
is.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's it. My current tag is how I healed my daddy issues by fixing broken dicks. So we'll see if but I'm gonna pitch yours. Yeah. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, why not? Is
Yeah.
there any famous dicks in there?
There are, but I
I'm
do
sure you
not,
can't
of
say. Right.
course, I do not mention them by name at
Sure.
all. I do not describe what they look like, and I'm talking about the dicks. I do not. No, I'm very careful to conceal identities, but I definitely work with celebrities. It's Los Angeles,
Wow.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Sure.
yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah.
it makes you wonder, and of course
I
everybody
know. You're
wonders.
like, I have so many questions. Yeah.
But you're also wondering, like you said, you're not going to describe them or their dick. I'm wondering
No.
if somebody described mine, if I would know they're describing mine.
Yeah. I mean, I do open my entire book by describing a lot of different kinds of dicks that I met and saw for sure.
Wow.
Because it's just fascinating. It's fascinating. I
Oh,
mean, I
don't do
treated
that.
almost it was like over 400 different people.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a pretty good sample size to say I think I've seen it all. I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah, there's a
yeah.
lot of questions I could keep asking, but I
I
want to
know,
talk
I
about
know.
other things. One
Yeah.
last question about that subject, though. Did
Yes.
any guy ever finish?
Oh, get an erection during the treatment or
Finish.
no, no,
Okay.
not that there's no way that probably could have happened, but definitely erections were happening all the time
Sure.
because
Okay.
and they're wearing a numbing cream during the treatment to help
Sure.
reduce
Okay.
the yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wanted
So
to ask that a while back and didn't. So
yeah,
there is a
so it
numbing.
helps
Okay.
reduce the yeah. So
Okay.
sometimes
All
they don't
right.
actually know that that's happening. And so, I'm ever the professional over here, of course, and I'm just like, oh, I guess this is working, you know what I mean? So yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Wow. It's fascinating stuff. And of course, the book
Yeah.
comes out. What is the exact date?
You Don't Know Dick, and it's coming out. It's slated for early 2026. I don't have an exact date yet. It's going to be sometime between January and March. So yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
already like we're about 12 minutes into what I usually call a half hour's worth, and
Yeah,
I'm already
yeah,
ready to get you back on when it comes out because
yeah.
I love
Absolutely.
it. I
There's
love
so
it.
much to say. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, there's a lot to ask, a lot to say, and I had to wonder because normally I have a co-host, Jewel,
Hmm.
and if
Yeah.
not Jewel, another female. And I wonder
Yeah.
how another female will come out with questions. So yeah, we definitely got to do this again
Oh,
sometime. and
listen, the one thing I can say that unites both sides is that everyone leans in and goes, "Wait, you did what for a job?" And I said, "Trust me, I know, I know, I know. Nothing that I did not apply for the job. We brought the service on after I worked there, but yes, it is a
wow,
fascinating story. Yeah.
very fascinating. And
Yeah.
like I said, I'm not the best reader, but I kind of want to dig into this, and I think you should push
There'll be an
TV
audiobook, don't
or
worry. Yeah,
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 or a TV show
yeah,
because I think that's
yeah.
great. Probably have to go like an
That's
HBO
next.
kind of,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Netflix.
Yes, because we
Yeah,
have to show the promise of the premise. We have to show the male anatomy. What are we going to do? Not show that? Like we have
right.
to. And so people are going to expect it. Yeah. So
That's like
yeah,
watching it. It's like watching a movie about breast enlargement and not
that's
seeing a
and not
single
seeing
boob.
that. Listen, you can't take away the promise of the premise. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's going to be my new phrase on the back of my shirt. Can't take away the product. That's
Yeah,
fabulous.
that's it. There you go.
So you had mentioned that when you talk, again, we'll get back to Hollywood Grit, and you started talking about it. And said, I didn't even know if it was going to go on. But Tyrese Gibson, Patrick Duffy, Linda Pearl, like this is a pretty good cast you got here
I
for
know.
something you
I
didn't know was
know.
going to happen. Tell us
I
about the movie
know.
and the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah, so I actually just got off the phone with Patrick and Linda, talking about a new project, which is so exciting. And they are,
Wow.
since doing the roles in this film, they've had a lot of, I think, great response. So it's exciting to hear that, in your, later in life, you think that you're retiring, and they're not done at all. They're not done by
No.
any means, which is so much fun. So yeah, it was such a fascinating way this story was put together. Most of the time in Hollywood, you have a script that exists and it can just live on a computer or live printed for years and nothing ever happens, right? And it gets
Yeah.
passed around, and maybe there's funding, it gets taken away. This was very different. We actually had funding first.
Oh,
We had
wow.
funding from a
That's
producer we
great.
had, yeah, who had done a project with us before. And he came to our my co-writer and director and said, I want to help you make your first feature film as a director, and throw in, he was friends with Patrick and Linda. He said, I want some of these people to be actors in it. We can use locations over LA that I have access to, and go figure out what you want, a story you want to tell. So we didn't have a story, but we had all these other puzzle pieces.
Right.
So,
Which
Ryan
is
came to
wild to
me.
go that route.
It is,
Usually
but
it's story and then
I know,
beg for
I
someone to come
know.
along.
Yeah, yeah. And for anybody who's ever done one of those like 48-hour films where you kind of like hire people before you have the script because you have to get the elements, it's kind of like a
Wow.
big, huge version of that. So it was, for me, it was really fun because I'm kind of like, all right, well, what's the story? And thinking about the elements, and I'm thinking, and it all came together because one of the people they wanted to put in it was a singer. And I said, well, is she an actor? And I've told her this story. She knows. And they were like, well, we don't know. She knows she's a singer. I was like, well, I can't risk if she's a bad actor. So she's getting kidnapped. That's what we're doing. Like, she's going away.
She's
And
gonna
then
be
I'll
in
send
it,
her,
but
yeah, and then we'll center the whole thing around this nightclub where she's a singer. And then, I didn't realize Linda was a singer at the time. And so it just all kind of really magically came together based on these elements. And we knew we wanted to do an action thriller. The noir element kind of came in after we decided to do the nightclub. And so it's really fun because it looks like a much bigger movie than it was, just because of how brilliantly Ryan shot it. And our
great.
crew was, we begged, borrowed, and stealed so many things because we did shoot in LA. It's a bit of a love letter to LA, showcasing the city, which has lost so much production. So that was a really fun thing for us to be able to do. But yeah, it's this crime thriller, or action thriller kind of noir that is based around this nightclub where a girl works and she goes missing. And her father is an ex-detective who is a private investigator, played by Max Martini, and he goes and tries to find her before, and uncovers this crazy underground world of crime and things
Ooh.
going on in LA. So yeah, it's a very much an entertainment movie and kind of a whodunit, and there's a lot of unfolding of mystery in there. And so yeah, it's like just a modern noir. It's really fun.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to see it. Actually, I'm
Mhm.
actually very excited for it. I like the cast.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
I grew up a Linda Pearl guy.
I mean, for
Oh,
sure. And
jeez.
let me tell you, this is a role that you will remember for a long time that she does. This is so
Wow.
different for her. This is such a, oh gosh, it's an iconic character for her. This is probably nothing like you've ever seen her do before.
I
Yeah,
love it. I got
she's
chills.
amazing. Hmm.
I'm amazed by you already. And, to go to IMDb, which of course
Hmm.
is like the source, you got
Yeah,
a lot of acting credits, and you're a
yeah,
writer, a director, and an
I
author.
know.
Do you have a favorite of all that? Because you seem to do it all so well, and and I don't know if I'm saying this right, but I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
You blend it. Like a lot of people
Mm.
are like, okay, this is me when I sing. This is me when I dance. This is me when
Mm.
I act. You're kind of like,
Mm.
yeah, this is me, and
Yeah.
these are the things I do. And I freaking
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, lately I've been calling myself a storyteller
Okay.
because storytelling, it takes shape in art in lots of forms, right? And I started growing up as a dancer and then a poet and short stories
Wow.
and singing. And it's sort of like just taken all these different shapes. And I think at the end of the day, in my heart, I will always be a performer first, right? And so I acting and being able to sort of, now I'm using this platform of talking about my book on stage and stand-up comedy, and like,
Oh,
there's
great.
all these different ways to sort of storytell. But yeah, at the end of the day, I definitely feel like I'm a performer first. But the writing, especially because COVID happened, it sort of just thrust me into the space of hey, I don't need anybody else to write. I can
Sure.
control
Right.
that, and I can practice that, and I can tell stories. And Ryan and I actually started writing in COVID together. We'd meet every day at 2 o'clock on Zoom when the world was shut down, and I think we wrote 3 projects in COVID in about 6 months. And it was
Wow, I
just such a
believe it.
great discipline, and it
Yeah.
just like got us keeping those muscles going. And yeah, and so I think, because I don't know, I can't, I just love it all. It all feels like you are a master of the human condition, you're trying to capture it and distill it into a digestible form so that people can
Wow.
relate and feel seen and feel understood. And that's what drew me
Yes.
to it. That's why, as a little girl, I felt seen and understood by movies and TV shows that were characters that were experiencing things I was in my life, and I felt less alone. And I said, well, I want to be a part of this magic. And so that's been in me since I was little, to be a part of this world. So I'm just feeling blessed that, like, I've been doing it and I've stuck with it no matter what's happened in life or the world. And it's just who I am. So I just, I keep going. Yeah.
That's wonderful. And I
Yeah.
I kind of relate, not on the as high a level as you do, but during COVID especially, that's how we came here. We had a studio down the road we would drive to and do it. And
Mm.
COVID, we couldn't do it anymore. So I remember
Yeah.
a legendary podcaster, Jimmy Star. I'm like, Jimmy, how
Mhm.
do you do the screen? And he
Yeah.
gives me the site, and I'm like, wow. And people were relying on us during COVID to be the only new real
Information.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, how great. And
Yeah.
sometimes tens, sometimes hundreds, sometimes thousands, tens of thousands, whatever.
Yeah.
Over a million people have seen us at one point or another. So
It's
yeah, I
awesome.
get it right, and I love doing it.
Yeah.
And it's great
Yeah.
people like you. As I always say, I'm undefeated with guests here.
There you go. Yeah. I love it.
So,
Yeah.
is there downtime? Is there ever just this one less Christina who's just kind of like, yeah, I want to lay down. I want to
Oh
listen to music.
yeah.
I want to. All
Oh
right.
yeah.
What is
Listen.
wind down time?
I think what is my I feel like there's I call these phases, you have output phases and input phases. And as an artist, if you're not inputting, right, you're not really getting new perspectives. You're not getting new what are people kind of caring about right now?
Oh,
And it's
okay.
funny, lately in the last few years, I think, going on social media and looking at TikTok and looking at what are people talking about? What are the trends, right? And I think it's my responsibility as an artist to be a little bit plugged into that, because if I'm talking, there are certain stories that are timeless and universal, and they sort of just, cross generations. But there's also, stories that, are timely and topical, and you have to be a little bit plugged into that in case I'm getting get hired to write something, right? And
Sure.
so, I feel like it's equally important to make sure you are, I think it was I can't remember who said it. They were like, you have to fill your tanks, right? You have to really input and allow yourself to not just be constantly putting work out, because you deplete yourself. And so,
Right.
yeah, for me, I love some downtime. Listen, I love to rest. I'm a big nature person. I like to
All right.
visit my family. I think it's important to just change your environment once in a while and take off and go somewhere new, and just get inspired by different cultures. I think, all of those things have influenced my writing. And I think the only thing that I would say is, even in my downtime, I'm still people watching,
Sure.
because that
Yes.
is such a valuable part of my, I tell everyone in my life, if you're in my life and I'm a writer, you're not safe. So just know that I'm studying your quirks and your tendencies and your behaviors, and I'm using that into my characters that I create. I'm using it as an actor. You're
Put
just
me in a book or
constantly,
something. I'm dying
yeah,
to know.
yeah,
I'm
right, right,
dying to
right.
know. Half
Yeah,
hour's worth of time. I'm dying to know.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, everybody is material, right? So,
Sure.
yeah, if you're really present and you're observing, I think you can pull something from everything in life to put into your storytelling.
I guess it
Hmm.
makes sense because your finger truly always has to be on the pulse
Yeah,
if you're making new and exciting. Sure. Do
yeah.
you find that like almost sometime too much work? Like you can't shut it
Turn it
off?
off. Yeah, I
Right.
do. I do think that can happen sometimes, for sure, especially if I'm in the middle of writing a project. Like, oof, like I'm in the shower, like, oh, idea. I'm everything is like, it's like this little ticking thing that just lives in the back of your mind.
Sure.
I dream about it. I usually get my best ideas as I'm falling asleep, and I can't remember what the state of, brainwave that you go into, but all of a sudden that's how I got the idea for Hollywood Grit. The whole story came to me as I was falling asleep.
Wow.
And I remember texting Ryan. I was like, I got it. And he's like, let's go with it. And we just ran with it. So,
Wow.
yeah, like that's, I think you a bit of that happens where it's not ever shutting off. So, sometimes that's good and sometimes that's bad.
Sure.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
sometimes people say I put people on the spot when I use words like brilliant. It's brilliant
Mm,
to have a mind like
yeah.
that that could create. And I tell a lot of musicians, like, hey, if you can
Mm,
pick up a guitar, if you can get on the stage and write a song, you're a rock star. Same
yeah.
thing with you. If you can get these ideas out to turn
Yeah.
into books, great movies, roles,
Yeah.
etc., you're a movie star. You are, and that's fabulous stuff. It's very
Thank
impressive.
you. You know, it's
Sure.
funny. This is a hilarious way to look at it too. I used to say, like, every time I have a new idea, it's like I'm giving birth to a new child. And now this thing is sitting there waiting for me to nurture it and pay attention to it and give it life. And so sometimes when I get a really great idea, I'm like, no, no, now I have to
It's
pay
too
attention.
good.
It's just like, oh, like I don't have time for like, and they have to like sit in this like dormant like place on my computer where they're just waiting to be like they're all neglected and they're waiting to be paid attention to these. So it can be maddening sometimes to just have just constant ideas coming out. So yeah, I mean, I have ideas I've had for years that I'm just like one day I know I'm going to do,
Yes.
and it's just timing and all those things. And sometimes the world isn't ready for certain ideas like this one, this You Don't Know Dick book. So, I mean, I could have put this story out a few years ago and it's like, oh, like maybe we weren't ready back then. So,
It'll still be it's going to
I
get some
know.
moves. You know how we
Oh,
are
yeah,
today.
for sure. For sure. Yeah.
I'm going to be here
Yeah.
laughing about it
There
and
you
loving
go.
it. And I said, my co-host Jules, she's more the reader. My wife's a reader, so I got to get a
Yeah.
copy in my life,
Yeah. You do
and
an
have kids.
audiobook. That's what I do. I do audiobooks, honestly, because I have to keep moving. I walk and I audiobook. That's what
All
so
right.
I'm excited. I'm actually going to be recording the audiobook, coming up in the next couple of months. That's going to be a whole process for me.
Oh man, that's gonna be a process.
Can't
I
wait.
I, I would assume though it helps being in movies and everything being kind of a timing thing
Yeah.
that it'll work
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, I think so. What is going to happen for me is I'm going to want to edit and rewrite it as I'm saying it out loud, and that's going to be hilarious. I'm going to try to make it better and they're like, don't change it. That's what you wrote. It's like, but I can say this better. So yeah,
That is
yeah,
pretty cool. I'm excited for it. How excited are you? I mean, I know you're excited, but let's put this little twist I always do on people. You're putting your heart, your soul, your life, and laying it out there. You ever get scared of
yeah.
that just a little bit?
Of course. And if I said no, then I'm not even human. Oh, I had this realization as I finished my first draft and I was kind of sitting there and waiting for like notes and feedback from the publishers. And I was like, I had this like epiphany. And this is going to sound silly that I never thought about this before, but I was like, wait a minute. People that I know are going to read this book and they're going to know so much about me. And I
Yeah.
panicked. I was like, oh God, I don't know how I'm not safe. I can't go out in the world anymore. Like, and it's too late. And so no, I mean, if I didn't get completely terrified at moments, but I think what happens is this war between, okay, this is really scary, and then feeling this calling that I know
Yeah.
if I share this, if there's one person that it helps, then I did my job. Then the fear was worth it, right? So I have to kind of convince myself out of the fear many times, many times. So I have many friends that are like, oh, can we read a copy yet? And I'm like, no, it's not ready. You know what I mean? So it's a lot. This is the most personal thing I've ever done. It's the hardest thing I've ever done is to tell my story. Typically when you're writing scripts, you put pieces of yourself behind the characters, but
Sure.
this is this is my
Right.
real life, nothing sugar coated, nothing. I mean, this is, I'm bleeding on the page for the sake of helping other people that have maybe some kind of, similar experience. So
This is real
it's,
deal penis
uh,
zapping material.
yes, it is. Dig Fixing Central. Yeah, it is. It is.
Man,
Yeah.
I did learn a lot. Got it. I don't know if I'm scared or intrigued. It's
I know. Well, listen, that's where we want to live, though, right in that thrilling area, right
yes.
between fear and excitement. Yeah, yeah,
It's shout out to all the men who didn't realize at the time that their dick fixer is also like a thriller novelist for Hollywood.
there you go.
Wow. You
There now,
should have
now you
known.
know.
Anybody that
Now
knew
you
you
know.
beforehand had to
No.
know what they were in for.
Mm-hmm. They're in for it. No one's safe. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That is terrific. And
Hmm.
so what next? Of course, you got the great movie out, Hollywood Grit.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
book is coming out. Do you
Hmm.
have sketchings, writings of ideas for either or? Do you have a book coming soon? Another movie
Like,
project in your head?
yeah, I mean, so with this, the book will be a big focus in the next 6 months for me, as we prepare to launch it and do a tour and all the fun things. I'm working on potentially a one-woman show for the launch, which is the whole other
Oh,
animal, which will be fun. And then, from there, ideally, we'll start looking to pitch the TV show version and see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, my writing partner for Hollywood Grit and I are already, we had another movie we wrote last year as as Hollywood Grit was in post-production. And so we are talking to this is so wild, but once you make your first movie, it helps so much for
Sure.
proving that you can kind of follow through. And
Case is big.
so the conversations change. They change in rooms. And so
Right.
there's people that are much more willing to take a risk on our next project because we've already shown what we can do. So we're currently reworking a script to move it to like a European location. So that's exciting, and we'll see where that goes. That's kind of a political action thriller about the weaponization of AI. So that should be a really exciting. Yeah,
Oh,
I know. It's a little too
AI gives me
real. It's
chills.
a little too real, let me tell you. So we wrote it last year, and already so many things in AI have changed. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But that's the next thing we're doing as a duo, and then for me, the book, and then I've got a film I'm really like excited to potentially direct, and so I'm putting that as like the next thing after the book for me personally. So yeah.
That is amazing. If any of these
Hmm.
movies need a TV reporter,
There we go. There we
I'm your
go.
guy. I'll
There
come
it
in.
is. Yeah.
This is Jeff Perini, and this is the 6 o'clock news. Tonight,
Yeah.
AI,
Hmm.
friend or foe?
Chief Summer. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's exactly it.
Sweet! I'm in.
Yeah.
Save that clip.
Nailed
Uh,
it.
Very excited. Like I said, when after the book comes out and it gets the great run it's going to get, I can feel it. We'd love to have you come back and talk
Thank
more
you.
about
Oh,
it
that'd
and
be so
talk about
fun.
your
Yeah.
features. And like I said, a huge shout out to Melanie and the gang over at
Hmm.
Cats. They always bat 1,000. And when Melanie said, "I think
Yeah.
you're going to like her," she's exactly right. I loved it. I loved every second of it.
Yeah.
Everybody out there after the show, of course, you can find Kristina Denton.
Hmm.
Facebook is that simple, Kristina Denton. Instagram
Hmm.
is Christina7Denton, which is one of the coolest handles ever. I love that. Linktree is also Christina7 Denton. I am
Mhm.
DB, which is the heart and soul of the movie business. Christina Denton, of course. The new book, You Don't Know Dick.
Ooh, there it is.
Out soon. I just like saying it. I love saying it.
I
I've been
know. It just
leading up
rolls
for
off the tongue. Yeah.
when I talk about every week who's coming up on the show in the near future. I say it every freaking time.
There you go. I love it. Yeah, because why not? You got to do it.
Absolutely.
I
So
love
thank
it.
you so much. I give you a round
Thanks,
of applause. You
Jeff.
said earlier my
Thank you
applauding for you.
so
Yes,
much.
you were fantastic and just a sweetheart. We loved having you. We'll do it again real
Yeah.
soon.
Thanks for having me. So nice to meet you. You take care.
Likewise.
All right.
Christina Denton,
Bye-bye.
ladies and gentlemen, that was fantastic. And like I said, we're learning stuff. Yeah, I learned a lot. And the treatment thing sounds like, okay, if you get to that stage, it might be a treatment worth trying. I mean, Christina said there's there's a little bit of to it, but there's also some numbing. So I think we'll be okay. We'll all be okay, gentlemen. What we do with it, that's a whole other story, but we'll be okay. And once again, everybody out there, find Christina Denton on Facebook at Christina Denton, Instagram, Christina7Denton, Linktree, Christina7Denton. IMDb will have all the movies, all the scripts, all everything. Christina Denton, the new book, You Don't Know Dick, out soon. Thank you, Christina. Fantastic. Had a great time. About as good as I expected. Better than I expected. I've been excited for this for a while. And we like to mix it up. I know we do a lot of music and a lot of like creative content stuff. And that's okay. We love that stuff. But I love getting an author or an actor or an actress or hell, we had all of it tonight in one. You know, the author, the writer, the actress, all that. That's cool. We like that too. We like that. We like music. And we thank Christina for coming on. We talk about music. Let us know when the book comes out. I will let you know, Ivy. I absolutely will. Or you can follow the links down below. Follow her on like Instagram, Facebook, etc. Because yeah, that's going to be a goodie. When I tell you, I had so many questions that may not have been right, that may not have landed. I had a lot of them. Once, because I for some reason I thought it said sperm bank, and it's not. So I was off there. But man, when I heard what it was, we've been saved, men. I think there is a lot of awesome music coming out this weekend, or not coming out. Bands performing this weekend. Of course, we have this one here I've been showing. Let's blow that up. The Funhouse, Lady White Rat, and Red Bee Conspiracy. That's Saturday night, September 20th. Doors at 9. Show starts at 10. $5 cover to get Lady White Rat and Red Meat Conspiracy. Two of my favorites. And during the day, we got a great one. I'm going to bring the banner up here. Again, it's small, so I'm going to zoom you in. Hang on tight. September 20th, 1:30 to 6 at Sweeney's in Northeast Philadelphia. The Saturday afternoon Rock Fest features Up 24 and Capri and Del Cobras and Whirlpool and Enigma and a lot more. It is a full day of music. A lot of original and some cover and a little bit of everything for everybody. Come out this weekend. Come hang out with me this weekend. I'm going to be by myself. Come hang out with me this weekend. Let's play a song from one of those awesome bands. I'm going to be out and about and playing and performing. How about one? Let's find it here. From our dudes from Del Cobras. Untied. She's the one. Del Cobra is one of the many great local bands playing this weekend. This baby's about a little over 2 minutes long. September 20th. Yeah, dude, this Saturday. All that stuff is this Saturday. All of it. Let's get some Del Cobras. Untied. She's the one. The Yo Show. Tuesday night, Jeff the Shark Perini. This one's about 2 minutes long. We'll be back quickly and talk more about everything. The Yo Show. Enjoy.
She's the one shining brighter than the sun. UV rays got me sizzling up. It's serious but so damn fun. Just a glimpse of her face and nostalgia becomes a real place. Standing by the crashing waves, manifesting our embrace. Did you untie my shoes? 'Cause I keep on falling for you. Girl, I swear that every night I need you by my side. You'll always be the pineapple of my eye. She's the one, I never have a doubt where I belong. 'Cause when we're singing the same song, the harmony can't be undone. Alright. Did you untie my shoes? 'Cause I keep on falling for you. Girl, I swear that every night I need you by my side. You'll always be the pineapple of my eye. She's the one, I thank her up the stars up above for the perfect dopamine rush. My purpose has been outdone. I got a feeling, the years will keep getting better. Believe me, we're just getting through the best part of this roller coaster ride.
Untied. She's the one. Del Cobra is one of the many great local bands coming out playing Saturday. Which banner said 2020? What banner said 2005? Oh, there it is. Ouch. 2025. Thank you, Derek. Missed that. Derek, just for that and you being wonderful, I'm going to share this with you. Not that. This. It is this beautiful ensemble of Sydney Sweeney photos because she's the one. Thank you, Derek. Get out of here, Sydney. You're going to get me in trouble. Where did you turn that off? There we go. Shout out. So, I don't know if I made a banner for this. Probably not. I think I forgot. But anyway, this past week, I hung out and watched the Charlie Sheen documentary. Yeah, I didn't put it up there, did I? Not it. So I watched the Charlie Sheen documentary. I'll make a banner for it real quick. Whoops, misspelled it. There we go. we'll make it short. We'll go Charlie Sheen, Doc. We're doing this on the fly tonight. Have fun. But you know, there's been so much said through the years in tabloid, etc. That is there anything really worse that you could have heard? Is there anything you were expecting to hear that you really thought was going to blow you away? Not really. No, it's kind of expected to hear Charlie Sheen talk about life, with some video in the background. Kind of put me to sleep. Didn't think it was that great. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's so good." Well, I didn't get much, and we had some run-in with people that worked with Charlie Sheen. Of course, Jennifer Taylor from Two and a Half Men. Excuse me, she's been on a couple times, and she said he's a good guy. On set he's a pretty good guy. She had nothing bad to say about him. She said they were always welcoming, and I realize every person has their click on and off, whatever it might be, a vice, whatever. So we're not always going to be laying ourselves out perfect. And, you, at times, and you hate to say this nowadays, at times you feel a little bad for Charlie Sheen. It's like, yeah, he made the bad decisions and bad mistakes, but it always seemed like there was an element that was missing. Maybe not enough father. I don't know. Check it out. It's on Netflix if you're up for it. Charlie Sheen documentary. Tomorrow night, we're going to be back. SMG Ghosty is our special guest. Then Heavy Metal Tool Guy and possibly Jocelyn Rogowski. And we're going to hang out. We're going to have a good time again tomorrow night. Theo Show's Wednesday night edition. We got a lot of music coming out this weekend. A lot of people hanging out and rocking out. So we're going to do another song. We definitely are. We're going to do another song right now from a band that you can see out and about this weekend. And it's the one and only Lady White Rat with Drown. That's right, we have the CD here and we're credited. Thank you, boys. This was the song that brought them to us. Lady White Rat and Drown. You can catch them this Saturday night at the Funhouse. Check out this awesome number. About 4 minutes and 47 seconds. We'll be back Tuesday night. Jeff the Shark Perini, 100% live. This is Theo Show.
Change your life, I'll love you, then she said. Cut your hair, you'll look like everyone else. Switch your shirt, you're looking a bit strange. Take this pill, it'll make your life so great. Run away, you can run, but
white rat would drown. Now everyone knows. I think I'm in that video. Let me see that end again. Am I in that video? Oh, I just missed it. But I think I'm in it. That's awesome if I am. And nice shout out to Singer Sound and Reese Singer. So that banner in the background. Lady White Rat can be seen this Saturday night at the Funhouse. It's one of their local spots. It's a great one. Red Meat Conspiracy also on the bill. Luke Aston and Chase. Chase will actually be doing double duty as he's part of the Red Meat Conspiracy. Saturday is going to be great. Again, Union 251, a big shout out to our dudes, Dale and Ron, who have been in and out of the chat room tonight, sending us awesome merchandise and bands. Look, no shame. No shame in my game. If you feel you want to give out a t-shirt, a music bit, a sneak preview, want to come on the show again, bring your friends, whatever, hit me up, man. The Yo Show. I can be found on Instagram at the Yo Show 215. I can be found on Facebook at the Yo Show, Twitch, the Yo Show. Also, of course, our YouTube channel. You can like and subscribe. All these places. Make sure you watch and subscribe on YouTube as well. Come check us out, man. Every Tuesday, Wednesday night, we have some of the greatest in music and local music and national acts, to authors, to actors, to business people, to music heads and great fans and guest co-hosts and awesome people. And of course, myself and Jewel Tatey. Over 8 years in this business, man, and we love it. We love doing it. We love doing it for the people out there. And we've been talking about putting some bands together for next year. Some great combos and shows and events, like not gigs. You know who you are out there. Events, make them really count. Let's have some great stuff, and let's support. Pardon me, so many awesome people out there. Of course, I got my rings on tonight, and I'm ready for some more music, right? Why not? Or topics. What do we got for topics? We did the Robert Redford. We did the Eagles over the Chiefs. We did the Phillies winning the National League East again. Of course, I want to see that play out better this year, Phillies. Because I think they're going to play the winner of the Mets Dodgers. Yeah. I think if I read that right, the Phillies are going to get the winner of the Mets and Dodgers in the playoffs. Okay, let's get on to something else. Anything else? The finished script production is beginning on the Batman 2. The Batman 2. The Robert Pattinson movie where he portrays, of course, the Dark Knight. A lot of focus on the Penguin and potential villains in that one. Shooting, they're expecting it out sometime later 2026. Batman 2, or The Batman 2. Hopefully it does a lot better than the second Spinal Tap movie, which I'm reading is just absolutely bombing in the theaters. Of course, the great classic, the 80s, This is Spinal Tap, about a fictitious band played by real actors, and a funny movie, a kind of a tongue-in-cheek look at music and bands. Came back around, it's out. I heard it did terrible in the first weekend. Hopefully it's more of a, when it comes to video thing or something unusual like that. We like the legacy. Nowadays people are so critical. But you're bringing back Spinal Tap, like, what, 40 years later? A lot of people don't know what it's all about. And that's not right. Oh, I did forget, and I want to give a shout out, of course, to our guest from last week. I always like doing that, and I forgot. But, of course, Mindy Jackson, King of Dying Oath. And Mindy was kind enough to send me a piece, as she said, of unreleased stuff. And, Mindy, it's fantastic. I love it. And she mentioned a lot of potential things with that song. I think it's worth it. I think it was great. I appreciate you sending that out. I love getting clips. I know that Del Cobra's tried to get me something. I couldn't get it to open. I don't know why. But yeah, always feel free to send us stuff. We love to hear it. We love to check it out. We get excited for our guests to come on here. And people say, where do you find these guests? And who's this and who's that, and etc. Hit the streets, man. Some awesome, talented people out there. Somebody tonight's an interview Metallica. Hey, if it ever came around, I would. Absolutely. Absolutely. But we'll take you on, man. If you're awesome, we'll take you on. You people have been so good tonight. I'm going to play another song for you. That's what I do. How about something new to us? Red Meat Conspiracy and Spooky Moo. You could catch these dudes, a very unique band, Saturday night at the Funhouse. Of course, it is Chase from Lady White Rat and his other project. This is live from the Carnival of Arts 2024. This is Red Meat Conspiracy with Spooky Moo on the Yo Show. 3 minutes, 16 seconds. Enjoy. We'll be right back.
So this one's a old one that we haven't played live. So if you're a true OG fan, you may know this one.
Red Meat Conspiracy and Spooky Moo. You can see them this weekend, Saturday night at the Funhouse. And I tell you what, I got crossed because Bernathan, Anthony said follow your heart. And I've seen them a bunch of times. I love them. I've never seen the Red Meat Conspiracy live, and after checking that out, I think I'm down. Red Meat Conspiracy and Lady White Rat Saturday night, Saturday afternoon. Sweeney's, a lot of great music, and of course, Eagles football this Sunday. Eagles, Rams, Phillies finishing up the season as they get ready for the playoffs. A lot of tush push crying. Wah. Go to my Facebook and see me do the flick. That's right. When the Eagles win, whoever loses, I get their little helmet. I do no baby talk, stupid, and I flick that helmet. We flicked Kansas City this past weekend. Check out my personal Facebook page for the flick. We'll start bringing the flick here. Tomorrow night, Vin and I will rehash our picks from last week. I'm going to see which one of us is the best prognosticator of week 2 in the NFL. Coming up tomorrow night, as well as SMG Ghosty, 8 o'clock, the same place you see us here. It's only 9:30. I always said I almost made it sound like I was doing a send off at 9:30. Going anywhere? We go nowhere. We don't have Phillies yet. They're playing on the West Coast against the Dodgers. I absolutely can't stand. Yeah, Phillies and Dodgers is at 10:10 on TBS. We'll be gone, and then you go over and watch the Phillies. Phillies and Dodgers. Christopher Sanchez and Shohei Ohtani. A lot of people are excited to see him back on the mound. Not me. Could care less. Well, a little less than less, but whatever. Oh, jeez. Just seems like some great stuff when you read into social media. All right. So, like I said, big weekend of music coming up. We have a lot of songs saved, less topics. So let's do more music. Excuse me. Whew. Yeah, we got a lot coming out. A lot of bands coming out and playing this weekend. Let's do another one from our good friends at Up 24. How about it? Got some Empty Page. Yeah, you thought I was going to start out with that one, didn't you? But I didn't. Save it for the second time around. Bryneth and Saturday Night. Up 24 Saturday afternoon. This is Empty Page. One of my absolute favorites. One of my absolute favorite bands. Let's do it. Up 24 Empty Page Yo Show. Tuesday night. Celebrating some of the great bands that'll be out lighting it up this weekend. We'll be right back.
I should have known this from the start. That until death do we part. A strange relationship we have, where I can give but not get back. I can play and play till my fingers bleed, but by the end of the day, there's still an empty page. I've seen your face before. A just bleed. But by the end of the day, it's still an empty page.
Awesome stuff. Up 24, empty page. Awesome drop in by my wife Cassie. And like I said, the bass playing is progressing, and I'm loving it. And I'm loving her enthusiasm and excitement for it. Up 24. I'm over here trying to just keep the beat to the kick drum on my bass, listening to Empty Page on the O Show on YouTube. We get it. But that's awesome, man. I love how my wife is getting involved too, and getting some great feedback from some of these great bass players like Mike and Chase, and of course shout out to Kate Devlin. A lot of people out there, Chris Echo, of course. And if I miss you, I love you, but you know, keep doing it and give her the encouragement and let her keep going. You still suck. Stop it. You know, like you see the progress. You do, because in the beginning, that oh, that hand mixing. In the beginning, it was like kind of afraid to hit the notes. And now I see more freewheeling fingers, see a little more eye contact, and kind of moving the head around, getting the body into it more. I'm enjoying it. Your show. Oh, good. We know where we're at. If you don't know where you're at by now, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook. Did I say Facebook? Anyway. Yeah, follow us. That's where all the good stuff happens. The Yo Show live Tuesday and Wednesday night. Let's take a look who's coming up on the Yo Show. This way you know how to plan your life, and how great am I to do that. Unfortunately, I didn't clear some of these out. We did Going Cold last Wednesday. We did Kristina Denton this evening. Oh, did I goof somewhere? Yes, I did. Tomorrow, September 17th, is supposed to be Babies for Brunch. Wow. I'm really going to get my button gear for that one. I forgot that is tomorrow night, September 17th. Babies for Brunch is here on the program. Ooh, can't believe I almost forgot. September 23rd, we're expecting Kelsey Livingood, although I may have to change that date. So keep that in the back of your mind. Kelsey Livingood, the amazing actress who's been on here before. We love her to kick off our Halloween season. The 24th is SMG Ghosty. I got saying tomorrow night. Got it backwards. My apologies. September 30th is the amazing ML Elizabeth. We'll talk about that great show coming up shortly. October 7th, formerly Arcus, now Suede Aces. Super cool rock man will be with us. October 8th is the Gloom Club. Tuesday, October 14th is the amazing horror actress Mary Kate, one of my favorites and a good friend of the show. October 15th, Return to Crab. We're excited to have them on and talk about their brand new album. October 22nd, the band Full Disclosure. November 5th is the band In Memory. November 12th, Poet, the band on the program. November 18th is Joe and the dudes from Defiant. November 26th is the band Twisted. December 9th is country singer Ansel Brown. And do not forget, Tuesday, December 2nd, the one and only Eric Abyss from Traverse the Abyss will be on our program talking about Mosh for Tots. Eric Abyss. Some great ones. October 25th, that's when Rape Old Age of 30. Happy birthday, bro. Is that a show night? Did I hit that? October 25th is not, no, so Saturday. Okay, so it's not a show night. We're going to show you out the week before. Maybe, or the week of. Maybe get Sydney Sweeney out here. Please. First Metallica is Sydney Sweeney. But yes, Eric Abyss, December 2nd. Ansel Brown, December 9th, and we got back in touch with our good friends over at formerly Core PR, I think. I don't really know the deal, but a lot of their, and they're sending clients our way. We'd love to do that. And of course, Melanie again. Keep hitting Melanie up and see what we get from them, and Beatrice Kimmel, and the local scene, and some of the great bands, great artists that we're going to keep bringing you here Tuesdays and Wednesday nights on the air show. This is 8 years in, I think, 360 of Tuesday night. And the Jules show, and then the gotta be a couple hundred of the Wednesdays, which is also welcome to be Jules show if you could ever join us on Wednesdays. We love you. So yeah, we've done this a lot, and for a reason. And the reason is stuff like this. Another band playing this weekend. Well, not another band. We heard them already. But I'm going to treat you to Rebirth by Lady White Rat. And they are going to be at the Funhouse with Red Meat Conspiracy this Saturday night. Great song here. 6.5 minutes. It's got a lot of different directions. You're going to love it. Rebirth, Lady White Rat. You can catch them out this weekend. This is the Yo Show Tuesday night. Jeff, the Shark Perini. Enjoy. We'll be right back. Funhouse this weekend, Saturday night. Lady White Rat Rebirth. One of the awesome local bands out there playing this weekend. Of course, the Funhouse, Lady White Rat, and Red Meat Conspiracy. Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon. Some of our great friends over at Sweeney's, Del Cobras, of course, played some of their music tonight. Enigma, Up 24, of course. WMMR Local Shots Artist of the Month. A lot of great stuff this weekend for music if you want to hang out with me. Once again, huge thanks. Check out the dudes at Union 251. Big thanks to Dale and Ron and the gang for popping in here tonight. This awesome new Union 251 t-shirt. Blue collar beatdown. In the end, we are the flag. Love it. Love the shirt. Message is cool. I like it. Derek Feldman for the thumbs up. We thank you, bro. So yeah, we've had a great night here tonight. I want to remind everybody one more time, because I know I've been slacking on this. My apologies. The DRYL members, $35. Non-members, $45. Door, $55 for the Dry Sea Sea Witches presents another Halloween party. Well, live music, food and drink, October 18th, 2025. Music by Low Totem at 7. Friends of the Devil at 3 p.m. The show is 2 p.m. to 10 at the Delaware River Yacht Club. There's a magician and a petting zoo from 2 to 5. 12 and under. 12 and under are 20, and it looks like 4 and under are free. Come check it out. It looks awesome. Love Halloween. There's also a 50-50 contest and a costume contest. Make sure you check out this awesome event. Thank you for allowing me to share that. Oh, this was interesting. They had a list of 2026 halftime shows and the odds of who would play the halftime show this year. And I plus 150 for Taylor Swift. Just saying Kansas City isn't in it. If they're in it, she can't sing. Plus 500, Miley Cyrus. Interesting. I think I might be worried about a little racier one. Plus 700, Post Malone. Okay. That wouldn't do too bad. Plus 1,000, Ariana Grande. Neither here nor there. Plus 1,200, Metallica. Okay, I like it. As you know, big Metallica fan. I don't know about getting all that stage off on. That's a lot. But I'm for it. Plus 1,200, Jay-Z. Okay, it's been a while since we've seen Jay-Z really be a performer, but plus 1,500, Dua Lipa. No, thank you. Plus 2,000, Bad Bunny. No, thank you. And that list, I'll take on Post Malone. I'll take Metallica. Maybe Miley Cyrus. Maybe. Maybe. It's a big maybe. Relax. It's a big maybe. All ready to jump down my throat. I've had a lot of fun. Kristina Denton, of course, our great guest tonight. Find her, Kristina Denton. Facebook, that's simple. Spell it out, Kristina Denton. Instagram, Kristina7Denton. Linktree is Kristina7Denton. IMDb, Kristina Denton. Find her past projects, her current projects, and what's coming up. The new book is You Don't Know Dick. And her erection correction career coming out soon. One more song before we get out of here. A band once again playing this weekend. Bryn Athen, Saturday night. Sweeney's. This is Cold Lady. Because she is a cold lady from the Hoffman Road album, Bryn Athen. Saturday night at Sweeney's. Let's play a jam. The Yo Show. Tuesday night. Be back in about 4 minutes. And talk about, maybe wrapping it up for the evening. Be right back. weekend of music. Bryn Athen at Sweeney's. Saturday night, Cold Lady. Massive thanks to Kristina Denton, our great guest tonight. Facebook, Kristina Denton. Instagram, Kristina7 Denton. Linktree, Kristina7 Denton. IMDb, Kristina Denton. Learn her and love her. The new book, You Don't Know Dick, out soon. Second. Okay. We're going to get out of here for tonight. A huge thank you, of course, everybody that tuned in, that chimed in. We had a lot of fun. Babies for Brunch, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, right here, the O Show, taking you out with St. Ricketts, with Fire Cannot Burn. It's been our John for 8 years. The new self-titled debut album, St. Ricketts, out now on all streaming devices. See you tomorrow night. You.
taste of it, poison deeper than you know. Kindly answer this, was the point of it just to reach new heights and glow? So